Hey guys, Chelsea from Attention to Details. If you guys have followed this channel for a while, you know that the primary extractor that I love to use on interior details is my Aqua ProVac. I've had this extractor for well over 5 years. It has made me thousands of dollars on interior details. It has performed flawlessly for me. The only issues that I have had with the maintenance of this is that occasionally the water line likes to kind of pop off, and then I have to take off this quick disconnect, kind of undo these two fittings right here, put the water line back on and reconnect it. It takes like 5 minutes, it's fixable. That's really been the only issue that I've had, but I actually come to find out I've been causing that issue because whenever you remove your lid to empty your water or to get fresh water, when you pull on this, it's causing a lot of tension on that water line and eventually it's just gonna pop off. So the workaround to that obviously is before you disconnect your lid, just take your suction hose out and then you can take that off very safely without causing any damage to your water line. So there you go. For those of you that have an Aqua ProVac, I've just saved you many minutes trying to reconnect that. That's really been the only issue that I have had with my Aqua ProVac over the last 5 or 6 years. This thing is a workhorse. It has done excellent job on interiors. We've got wheels that easily can get pulled around a vehicle. Even if I just am lazy and I just kind of pull on it like this, it just follows me like a loyal pet. So I've loved my Aqua ProVac. So rather than do a 40-minute video where we share with you guys unboxing both pieces of equipment, you might only be interested in one over the other. We're gonna do part 1, unboxing the extractor, for those of you that wanna see a closer look at the Aqua Pro extractor. Then in part 2, we're gonna unbox and take a closer look at the Aqua Pro steamer. We're gonna demonstrate for you guys just some of the advantages that these pieces of equipment can add to your life on your home as well as on your automobile. So make sure you guys like and subscribe so that way you don't miss out on any of our future details. For those of you that wanna see real world use of these tools, I work on daily drivers. I work on vehicles that anywhere from just a general maintenance to needing a really deep restoration to even classic cars. So for those that want to see if these tools are really going to be beneficial to your career or to your life, make sure you guys subscribe. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get our Aqua ProVac extractor unboxed. To purchase this extractor, it's actually the most affordable on their website, and it's going to run you around $549 to have it shipped to your door. So in our box, we have a user guide. We have our hose, our vacuum line with our water line. And you'll notice that we have plastic parts for our vacuum hose and water line, as well as our clamps. They do sell replacement parts for all of these if they break. Very affordable, fantastic customer service if ever you have a need. I've worked with extractors that have stainless steel parts, brass fittings. I've worked with more expensive units that honestly I don't use now because they hurt my hand, they fatigue my hand. I'm 40 years old. I want something that's gonna work but not make me exhausted to work with it. And so I actually appreciate that we've got thick plastic. It's not gonna break or crack on you, but we've got thick plastic that's not gonna be as heavy. So it's well made, but it's well thought out because you're not going to be tired using it. We have, looks like we have some stainless steel pieces that we can connect to one another. That's nice. Got some clamps right here that we can connect your water line to keep it nice and tight. And we have the extractor itself. This weighs about 30 pounds and I can very easily lift this. I do feel like this is probably the bulk of the exercise that I get within my day, but I can definitely handle lifting this. I have a bad back. I go to the chiropractor every 2 to 3 weeks, and this honestly is very workable. You can lift it up on shelves, you can get it into cars, very nice. All right, so you'll notice with this unit, we have our plastic lid, we have a defoamer compartment. For those of you that are working with really high foaming chemicals, you can add a additive right here that will help reduce the amount of foam. If you have a high foaming chemical, sometimes that can reduce the amount of work time because that's gonna fill up. You're gonna hear a difference like when you've reached capacity for suction. And sometimes when you have too much foam, it will mimic kind of the max fill line. And so either working with chemicals that have low foam or adding a defoamer will help just give you a little bit more work time before you have to empty and refill. Looks like we do have a larger head here with our water line. So for those of you that want to work in the home, maybe you're working on area rugs or carpets or steps, this is going to give you double the amount of cleaning capabilities versus looks like the traditional shoe head. This one, I've absolutely loved working with this one. Some of the benefits of this shoe head versus ones that I've worked with, when we spray water, you can actually see it goes all the way to the front. So you're not wasting any space when you're detailing. Some extractors, it sprays water like back here, and you actually have to kind of lift the shoe head just to get water all the way to the front. But with this, I can go right up to the corner of a piece of trim or carpet. I'm gonna have water output. I'm gonna have cleaning capabilities edge to edge versus kind of having to do kind of that floating thing that you see a lot of people doing with like the Bissell Spot Pro or things like that. So that's one of the things I love most about this, is you're just gonna be able to get better results. So you can see this is our clean water. You can put cold or hot water in it. We have our water inlets right here, and that's going to take your water through your water line. And then this is your dirty water. One thing to note here, we do have a filter. You can take this out. There's a sponge underneath of it. You can separate this, clean this out. You'll get some hair and dirt and things like that. It kind of helps prevent dirt from getting into the motor. But you can wash this. You don't have to purchase replacements. I've had the same one for years. And you'll also notice right here, it's a little hard to see. See, we have some drainage holes. And we also have some drainage holes in the back right here. So if you spill some water when you're putting this in, it happens. You know, you want to get as much water in this as possible. You spill some water getting that in, it's going to protect your motor. We have some drainage holes here, or maybe when you're moving it around. It is nice because we have seals around this right here, so you can get that filled all the way up. And we've got a nice seal. That water is not going to spill into the motor. But should maybe your dirty water get too full, we have those drainage holes here. Again, easy to clean, easy to maintain. Obviously, the most important thing you want to keep clean is your dirty water, because that's where all like your gross stuff is going to go. So just, you know, every detail, just do it a quick rinse. Keep up with things. You can see how quickly I can attach and detach our head. And then right back here, we have our water output, and then we have our fan. So you want to always do this one, then this one, before this one. But each time you're just going to push that button to start and stop, and that's how you work with the unit. It's very easy to set this up. We're just going to connect our water line. We're going to connect our vacuum line. Now to attach our extractor head to the hose, you want to line up the plastic piece and the water line at the same time. If you try to do the plastic head and then the water line, you might kink it. So if you do it this way, this avoids any sort of kinks in your water line. Make sure it is pushed on and secure, and then lock your mechanism in place. You'll see we do have a small gap, but everything is lined up perfectly. Right. So now we've got that locked in. Our water line is straight. You just want to make sure you're not kinked. We've got our shoe head mounted. So we're going to go ahead, make sure everything works properly. Get her plugged in, filled up with water, and get to work. So the vehicle that we are working on, it was actually smoked in. It has never been detailed. We've got a lot of staining, body oils, and nicotine stains in the upholstered seats. They're actually shiny, and they shouldn't be shiny. A lot of that is just the body oils that have accumulated. So I'm going to share with you guys a quick look at what our extractor can do and some tips on how to get professional level results. It's important to note, before we introduce any sort of moisture with our extractor, we're going to do a thorough vacuuming to remove all of the loose soiling from our upholstery. We're going to fill the extractor up with hot water. That just gives us a little bit more deep cleaning capabilities. And for our chemical, we're using Bonnet Pro Surround their Omega Citrus at a 5:1 dilution ratio. You can put cold water in this, but I find, especially when we've got heavy soiling, hot water just gives you a little bit more oomph to your cleaning capabilities. And if you hear this fan, then the sprayer. your first time using it, you'll just want to squeeze the trigger a few times just to feed water through the line. And you'll notice we have guards on either side to keep the water from spraying everywhere. That's one of my favorite features. So here's what that looks like up close. First hit your motor button, then the water button. And then to turn it off, you just hit those buttons in reverse. So you could have the best extractor on the market, but if you don't have quality chemicals to give you deep cleaning results, you're not going to really see the results that you're looking for. I like to use professional grade chemicals for interior detailing, especially when we've got this level of dirt. You can actually see so much body oil on the upholstery that it's shiny. These seats should actually not be this shiny. This vehicle is heavily smoked in. I know we're gonna have a lot of soiling in our seats. We're gonna be using Surround Omega Citrus for serious carpet encapsulation. We are going to go very heavy with our chemical. When working on heavily soiled interiors, you don't want to skimp on the chemical. And you'll notice when I am doing my drill brush, you'll kind of see a lot of the soiling or stains lift. If you don't see an alteration in the soiling, you might need more chemical or more agitation. But we're going to start at the top and work our way down, so that way any water that spills, we're just kind of working efficiently that way. And one thing you can do when you are extracting is extract in multiple directions. I love that this extractor head allows you to get very tight up on things, so that way I don't have a ton of overspray all over the plastic. But if you have heavy soils, go in multiple directions when you extract to lift the pile. This extractor puts out quite a good amount of water to be able to cut through all of the dirt, and it has fantastic suction to be able to suck all of that water up very quickly. You'll notice that our clean water and our dirty water containers hold almost the same amount of water, and they will empty and fill up almost at the same amount of time when using proper chemicals. So that tells me that I am not leaving a lot of water left behind in the seats. Now, obviously, they're still going to be wet after extracting, and on a cold winter day or fall day, it might take a little longer to dry out. But on a warm summer day, these seats could be dry within 30 minutes to an hour, even faster if we put a blower on them. Interior detailing has become one of the things that I am known for within the YouTube world and with my customers. And I have found that when you have a heavier amount of soiling like this, you have to do multiple rounds of cleaning. Some beginners are struggling with getting deep cleaning results or even consistent results on their seats because they're not extracting it enough. You can see we've got a lot of dirt up in this first round, but we still have kind of a splotchy appearance left behind. We've kind of loosened the body oils and the organic soiling, but we're going to come in now. Our carpet or our fiber is actually primed for me to come in, spray it again, agitate again, and this second round of cleaning is where I'm going to see that consistent clean appearance left behind. Some think that you have to extract until you have no soiling and no residue left behind. On black interiors, you have a little bit more mercy or forgiveness that you don't have to necessarily go until your water is completely clean, because on some interiors, you're just going to be there for 20-30 minutes. They're going to be completely soaked. It's going to take forever to dry out. So that's where experience will really help you know to what level of deep cleaning you need to have. On this black interior, I just wanted to get to a point where we had a majority of the soiling extracted up, a consistent appearance on our seats. We put our blowers on the seats and everything dried out within 20-30 minutes, even on a cool fall day. So we did all of the seats on the interior, and you can see we finally need to refill our hot water. You can see just how dirty our water is from the interior. For those that are wanting to improve upon their interior detailing skills, I'm going to put some of my favorite videos in the video description box down below for those that want to see some more up close what the Aqua ProVac is capable of, especially when you're working on heavily soiled interiors or maybe light colored interiors, as they can be a challenge in and of themselves to be able to get consistent clean results without wicking. So for those of you that are looking to improve upon your interior detailing skills, or maybe you just enjoy a really good satisfying transformation video, we'll put some of my favorites in the video description box down below. When it comes to finishing a mat or carpets, one of the things that I love most about this extractor head, and some may disagree with me, but I actually love that if I kind of go up and down in a diagonal pattern, I can make what I call happy trees. My customers absolutely love when I do kind of a scallop fan design on the carpets or even on the mats. So for those that always think you have to stripe your carpets, there's nothing more sexy to me than having happy trees on our carpets when we're done. So it's obvious that this extractor can give you exceptional results on the interior of your vehicle, but this can also be used inside the home. As a mom, this has saved me thousands of dollars from having to hire professional carpet cleaners to come in to clean our carpets. I love to use this to do the heavy traffic areas of our thick pile carpet. There's nothing worse than sitting on your couch and seeing the dirt matted down on the carpets from your kids going in and out of the hallways. I can just easily remedy that. Or if my kid spills an entire bowl of cereal with milk on my couch, again, I don't have to pay someone to come in and do it. I can use an enzyme solution, drill brush, extract with hot water, fix the problem myself. I always tell my kids, where there's a will, there's a way, and where there's an extractor, there's a happy mom.
But there you have a quick look at what the Aqua ProVac can do to transform your interior detailing results. I can't tell you as a mom how much this has been a game changer or a lifesaver for me with kids when they have accidents or spills, either from drinks or the other ones. It has saved me hundreds, if not thousands of dollars over the year to be able to take care of those spills myself without having to contact a professional to come in. And I don't have to do it on their schedule. I can do it whenever I want. I can clean my carpets every 6 months if I want to. For those of you that want to try it out for yourself, we'll put the link for it down below, as well as some chemicals that I would recommend to give you fantastic results. If you guys have questions about the Aqua ProVac or interior detailing, let me know your questions in the comment section down below. And make sure you hit that subscribe and notification bell onto the side for those that want to see real world results with this tool. We're going to be using this in years to come, so just make sure you guys follow and subscribe so that way you can see how to get the most out of this tool. But thank you to Aqua ProVac for your support. I'm really excited to be working with you guys. I wouldn't have chosen this extractor if it wasn't one that I've tested for years and seen that really it's all you need for interior detailing. If you find a good steamer for those really grungy situations, 9 times out of 10, this is all I need. If you need like a little bit of more punch, that steamer's gonna come in handy. So I'm excited to test out the Aqua Pro steamer for you guys. So stay tuned for a closer look at how that can give you even more deep cleaning capabilities when you're in that situation where you need heat and steam to blast through the grime. But thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the very next detail.